Okay, today's class, we're going to focus on strengthening the lower body. So everything basically from the hips downwards, because a lot of the time, a lot of people think that tight hamstrings or tight glutes just need to be stretched. But a lot of the time, tightness actually means that they're probably a bit weak because they're kind of grabbing and holding on. So we'll create some strength in the lower body today so that your body can feel more at ease. So we'll start lying on your back. So just anywhere that feels comfortable for you. And maybe just spread the feet out wide, arms maybe to the sides. And just become aware, first of all, of how you are breathing today. So just recognizing whether your breath is fast or slow. Because the breath is a direct way to tell the brain how to feel. So if you can start to just gently slow down your breathing so that you inhale through your nose, you can feel your ribs expand, your stomach lift. And as you breathe out, just let the front of your body relax. So again, just for now, every time you breathe in, the sense of creating space in your body. And as you breathe out, finding something to let go. Good. And then from here, just bring your awareness to your legs and around the glutes kind of area. The next time you breathe in, really squeeze those glute muscles really, really tight. And as you breathe out, let them go and relax. Next time you breathe in, bring your awareness to your thighs. As you inhale, squeeze your kneecaps up so your quads are engaged. As you breathe out, relax. And then finally, as you next breathe in, scrunch your toes in as tight as you can as you breathe in. And then exhale, let them go. Good, and we'll start to move from here. So we're going to bring the knees into the chest now. So you've got one hand on top of each knee. And just start to circle the knees around. So nice big circles here, creating some space in the hips and the legs. Good, then the feet come to the floor about mat distance apart, arms nice and wide. And we'll drop the knees down one way and then the other. It's like a big twisting movement side to side. So just warm up the legs here, pressing the knees towards the floor. Good. And then eventually coming to the center, so the feet will be flat to the floor now, arms alongside you. So start to press your feet down, squeeze your glutes and lift the hips up as high as you can. Hold it at the top. And as you breathe out, we'll slowly come down so your hips are the last thing to land on the floor. And again, we're going to inhale, squeeze, press, lift. Good. Breathing out to roll back down. And then one more time here. So we'll lift the hips up as high as you can. We're going to hold it at the top. So again, squeezing the glutes. Maybe shuffling your shoulders under and squeezing your hands together. Good. And then if you can, have a little go here at lifting your heels up off of the floor to wake up the legs more. Good. Well done. Heels coming down. We're going to roll down onto your back again. When we get here, hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll roll up and down through your spine a couple of times. So massaging through the back. Good. All right, so next time we're up here, feet will be on the floor, hands behind us. So we're going to push and scoop the hips forward and up here as high as you can. And then bring the hips down and just hover them off the ground. Good. And then again, push the hips up high as you can. And then hips come down. One more time, squeeze the glutes, push through your heels to lift. An option to lift the heels up as well. Good, well done. So heels down, bring the hips down as well. And we'll come over onto hands and knees when you feel ready. So take your time, we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide here. And then as you breathe in now, we'll lift the hips, lift the tailbone. And as you breathe out, we're going to push the floor around the spine. So again, inhaling to open up the front of the body. And then exhaling to round the back. Good. So just move through that a couple of times yourself, just warm up the spine. Just going to turn this light on. Make much of a difference. Good. And then we're going to add on the legs now. So now give your left leg, press the heel up to the ceiling as you breathe in. As you breathe out, round the spine, knee to nose. Good. One more time like that. Lift the heel, look up. Then round the spine, knee to nose. Good. Now we're going to lift that leg up. This time as we do, we're going to step the foot forward, come up into a lunge position, hands lift, breathe in. And as you breathe out, just sink the hips down a little bit to the floor. Good, nice. Hands coming to the ground and then other side. So take the leg back, This time we're going to breathe in, right heel pushes up. Exhale around the spine, knee to nose. Good. Again, breathe in to lift. Exhale to round. Now this last time, push the heel up behind you. Then we're going to step the foot forward. Come up into a lunge position. So inhaling, hands lift. Then exhaling to sink into the hips. Good, nice. Hands coming to the ground. This time, bring the leg back. We're going to tuck the toes and come into downward facing dog. So the hips will gently come up and back. Good. All right, so when we get here, give the legs a little stretch out. So one heel, then the other's pressing towards the ground. Good, that's it. And then from here, just keeping the feet on the floor, we're going to bend both knees. Your shins will just come parallel to the ground. And then push back into downward facing dog. Good, same again, bend the knees, so shins just hovering off the floor. Lovely, downward facing dog. And then one more time, so bend the knees, hold it there. Good, and downward facing dog, perfect. So we're gonna walk to the front of the mat now, so our forward fold. So when you get there, feet come a little bit wider, relax the head, good. And then we're just gonna bring some warmth and some circulation into the legs now. So hands are gonna come to the back of your legs and then tap all the way down. Okay, tapping up the front of your legs. One more time, down the back of the legs. And then up the front of the legs. Okay, nice. Now relax the hands, slowly coming up to stand. And at the top, we're going to lift the hands and lift the heels up off the ground. Good. Heels down, bend the knees, and then kind of sit low into your hips. Good. Again, inhaling, hands lift, heels lift. Exhale, heels down, sit far back into your hips. Good. One more time now, hands lift and heels lift. Good, nice. So we're going to bend the knees and sit low. Good. So in this low position, see if you can even get your thighs kind of parallel to the floor, but loads of weight in your heels. We don't put pressure on the knees. Good. Option if you're feeling really strong is to stretch both arms up. One big breath in here. And as you breathe out, forward fold, let the head relax. Good, well done. So from here, we're going to step the right foot back, bring that knee to the ground. Like we did before, we're going to inhale, hands lift all the way up. Good, as you exhale, just sink the hips towards the ground. Nice, good. Both hands coming to the floor now. Left leg, so your front leg is going to come back behind you in the air. Hands a little bit wider. And we're going to tap. So the left foot's going to tap out to the side of your body. And then draw a big arch up and over, just tapping the other side. Good. Again, up and over, tapping to the left. And then up and over, tapping to the right. Good. Well done. So now we're going to step that foot all the way forward again, just outside of your hand. If you can this time, tuck the back toes and lift your knee. And then we're going to step into downward facing dog again. Nice, good. So from here, we're going to come forward into our plank position. And for this one, see if you can just hobble your left leg slowly off of the floor. Good, well done. Swapping over, right leg hovers. Nice, and then we'll lower down. So you might drop your knees, bend the elbows, and then into cobra. So scoot the chest forward, roll the shoulders back. Lovely, tucking the toes underneath into downward facing dog. So nice full breath here. And then again, we're going to bend both knees, so kind of parallel to the floor. Stepping or jumping to the front of your mat. As you breathe in, hands lift all the way up. And heels lift if you can. Then exhaling, heels down, bend the knees and sit low. Good. So really far back away from your knees. Option to stretch both arms up again. Take a big breath. Lovely, good. And then exhaling to forward fold. So this time the left foot steps back. We lower the knee to the ground. As you breathe in, both hands coming up. Good. As you breathe out, just sink the hips towards the ground. Nice, good. Hands are going to come to the floor. So now taking your front leg straight back behind you in the air. We're going to tap this right foot to the side of your body on the floor. And then draw a big arch up and over, tapping the other side. Good. Trying to keep those elbows nice and straight to the right, tap. And then to the left. Good, well done. So now we're going to take that foot, step it forwards. It's just outside of your hand. If you can, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and then into downward facing dog. Good, well done. So from here, we're coming forward into our plank again. So this time, if you can, left foot is going to lift, and then tap it to the side off of your mat. That's it, swapping over, right leg lifts, tapping to the side if you can, and into the middle, and then we'll lower down again. So you might drop the knees, then the elbows into cobra, so lifting the chest. Good, well done. All right, so we're going to bring the head and the chest down now. So relaxing the head on the hands. And again, just trying to release any tension out of the muscles in the legs. Good, and then focusing on the legs here. So we're going to keep the legs as straight as you can. Squeeze the glutes and just lift the legs up off the floor. Good. So from here, taking the feet very wide apart so you can feel the outer glutes starting to work. Then squeeze the feet together as much as you can. Good. And again, feet really wide. Feet squeeze together. One more time there, feet as wide as you can get them. Good, then squeeze together. Well done, relax the legs, just wiggle out the hips, or stretches all out the end as well. Nice, all right, so we're coming back into child's pose here. Hips come all the way towards the heels. Nice, relax. And then if you're able to, we're going to come into a toe stretch. So we'll tuck the toes underneath. Just come up so we're sitting on the heels for a second. Good, and we'll open up the lungs. So we're going to take a hold, I'll face you, take a hold of your left elbow. Okay, and then side bend. And wherever you feel a stretch right now, take a big breath in and out of it. So you might be opening the left side of your ribs more. Good, and swap over, hold that right elbow, side stretch the other way. So still getting this toe stretch. Breathe into where you get a sensation. And then relax the arms. Good, well done. Okay, so let's come back into downward facing dog. Good. So we're going to walk the hands back to the feet this time. So we're going to forward fold at the back of the mat. Nice and slowly rolling up to stand. Good, hands lift and heels lift. Good, nice. And then let the heels come down. Okay, so we can connect the brain to the feet more here. So have a little bit of closing your eyes. And we'll try and keep the eyes closed as we walk to the front of the mat. Okay, so wobbling is completely fine, but just take a moment to walk forward with the eyes staying closed. More sense of feet connected to the ground. Lovely, and then into our little standing section. So we're going to inhale here, hands lift and heels lift up again. As you exhale, bend the knees and sit low into the hips. One more time, just like that. Hands lift and heels lift. Good, well done. And then sitting low. So now we're going to lift the hands up and we're going to lift your right leg all the way up. So that knee comes up to the chest. Good. From here, reach the foot back. And we're going to step into a lunge. So all the way back. Good. All right. So as you breathe in here, we're going to straighten through the legs. As we breathe out, just circle the arms and sink down. So dip the knee towards the floor. Good. Inhaling up again. And then exhaling round. Good. So we're going to come up here. We're going to bring the knee all the way on the floor this time. Coming onto just the knees. So what the toes tucked under. As you breathe in, hands lift. Hips push forward. As you breathe out, hands reach back behind. Hinging the hips back. Good. Again, really push the hips forward, hands up. And then this time, as we come back, stay in this bottom position if you can. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades, got a straight spine. Option to bring the arms wider out to the sides if your back feels strong today. Or maybe straight forward, but again, that's very strong on the hams using the back. Good, wherever you are, arms alongside your body again. We're going to sweep the hands up. Good, step the left foot forward again. Tuck your back toes and lift up into that lunge. Good, well done. To warrior one now. We just put the back heel onto the floor. Hands come into the hips, and we straighten the legs. Good. So really leading with your chest. We're going to come into a forward fold now. Down the front leg. Good, nice. And then just let the hands come to the floor as well. So we're going to shift all of the weight into the front leg and bring that back leg straight back behind you now. Good, so we're going to bend both knees here. So you're kind of scrunching everything in as small as you can. Good, and then push away and stretch out your legs. Good, same again, bend the knees. So you've got to tuck this top knee behind the other one. Good, stretch it out. One more time, bend the knees, squeeze. Good, and then stretch it out, well done. So taking a big step back there, we're going to turn the feet parallel, so we're facing the long side of the mat, and just gently bending one knee then the other, so going side to side. Good, so as always, just a little option here. We'll see if we can shift all of the weight into your left foot, okay? The other foot, lift the heel up. Then if you can, lift the whole foot up and kick the leg out to your side, like a right angle. So this is really strong in the hips, keep breathing. Good, big step apart with the feet. Other side, shifting the weight into the other foot. You can choose to lift the other heel up and stay there, or choose to lift the leg and kick it out. So really push through both of your feet. Keep breathing. Good, and then wide step apart, really well done. Okay, so we're going to take a little bend of the knees now. Hands will come onto the hips and we'll come halfway up. Go strong spine, option for hands to come wide. And then up to stand. Good, really well done. So when we get up here this time, we're going to turn both feet outward. Okay, bending the knees as much as you're happy to go with. And remember, like we did before, try and push your hips back away from your knees. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to ease side to side. So sit all the way into your left leg, sit low, other toes lift up. So you'll point the toes to the ceiling. Good. Other side, sit low into the other hip, sit far back, other toes lift. Good. Each side again, just sit low to one side. That's it. And sit low into the other side. Fantastic. Well done. Good. So we're going to turn the feet parallel here, sliding to the back of your mat, the feet together, and lifting that right knee, or the left knee, sorry, left knee. Right, left knee is lifted. We're going to find our compass taps here. So imagine we've got 4 points around us. We're going to tap them. So we're reaching forward with the toes. Good, reaching wide to the side. Fantastic, back behind you as far as you can. And then cross the leg behind your body. Good, let's try that one more time. See if we can. Reaching forward. Good, tapping to the side. Back behind you. And then crossing behind your body. Fantastic. Big step apart with the feet here. Lovely, nice, well done. All right, so we're going to turn both feet to the front of the mat again. Come into our forward fold again, but we'll hold the stretch now. So hands on the hips, open chest, big breath in. And breathing out, forward fold all the way down the front leg. So when you get here, let the hands maybe come to the ground. And just find a stretch in this front leg. Just seeing if you can relax the back of the neck as much as you can here. Good, well done. So from here, shifting all the way into your front foot again. Take a big step forward to the front of your mat. Come up to stand, lift the hands all the way up. Good, lift the heels up as well. Good, and then bend the knees, heels down, sitting low. Good, well done. So now we're going to lift the hands and lift the left knee up nice and high. Good, and we're going to step this foot back so we're in our lunge position. Perfect, nice. So if you feel wobbly at all, bring the feet a bit wider apart. So we're going to inhale again here, straightening the legs. Breathing out, sink down, lower the knee towards the ground. One more time, inhaling up. That's it, exhaling round. Good, so we're going to put the knee on the ground now when you can. Come back onto the knees. And this time we're going to have the toes pointing away from your body, okay? So very straight body, tuck the tailbone underneath. And the hands come forward. So this is for thigh strength now. We're just going to lean back until you can feel the weight in the tops of your feet and your shins. And wait till your thighs tell you it's enough. Then push down and come up again. Okay, so just the movement comes from the knees. So hinging back again. Keep this chest up. Good. All the way. And then one more time. Try and keep that tailbone really tucked under as you lean back. There's a really like a core movement as well. And then coming up. Well done. So we're going to step that right foot forward again. Tuck the toes, lift the hands, coming up into your lunge. Nice. So bring the back heel to the floor into warrior one. Now hands come onto the hips. We're going to straighten the front leg and forward fold. Good. So letting the hands come to the ground and then finding our strength here. So shifting all the way into the front leg, back leg lifts up. As you breathe in here, bend both knees. You're kind of tucking that top knee behind the other one. As you breathe out, push and stretch away. Again, bend the knees, squeeze it in. Stretch away. One more time, squeeze as much as you can. And then stretch away, perfect. So big step out now, turning the feet parallel to the long side of your mat. We'll go straight into bending the knees slightly, hands on the hips and coming halfway up. Good, that's it, really squeeze those shoulders together. Hands wide maybe. Yes, good, and then up to stands, well done. Okay, so we're going to turn the feet outwards here, bending the knees again, okay, and we'll hold it now. So bring the hands wide to the sides, good. See if you can lift your heels up. See if you can sit lower into your hips, good, and pull your knees wider. Good, try that one more time, lift your heels a bit higher up, sit lower into your hips and pull your knees wider. Take one more breath, shaking the spine. Woof. Good, well done. Heels down, hands on the legs and gently ease it out. Okay, last a bit of balance now and strength. We're going to turn the feet parallel, slide into the back of your mat. So this time the right knee will lift up. Woof. Get our 4 points we're going to tap. So we'll reach forward. Good, breathe through the nose, reach to the side. Perfect. Back behind you. And then cross the leg behind your body. One more time, bit further and a bit lighter if you can. Reaching forward. Fantastic. Reaching to the side. Keep breathing back behind you. And then crossing behind your body. Whoop, well done. So stepping the feet wide. We're going to turn the feet towards the front of the mat. Hands on the hips, breath in, open the chest. Breathing out, forward fold down that front leg. Well done. So now again, maybe let the hands droop down to the floor, feeling a stretch in your front leg. Good. And then this time, hands on the floor, we're going to step into downward facing dog. Good. So from downward facing dog, we'll come forward into our plank position. We're going to bend the elbows lower down to the floor. Into cobra, opening your chest. Good, well done. And then from here, bring the chest down. We're going to roll onto your back and stretch it out. Good, well done. So when you're on your back, we'll bend the knees so the feet are flat to the floor. We're going to hug that left thigh in towards you and stretch the left leg up to the ceiling. You feel maybe a stretch around the hamstring. Okay, if you've got flexibility in the legs a lot already, you can maybe walk your hands up towards your foot so you can hold near the ankle and pull in more. Good. Slowing down the breathing now. Nice. And then we're going to take that left ankle, cross it over your other knee. So now swap. So you're holding your right thigh, squeeze the legs in towards you. So we're stretching around that left glute. Good. Letting the shoulders relax. You might even roll from side to side across that lower back here as well. Perfect. And then the other side. So feet to the ground and then stretch that right leg up. So you're stretching through the hamstring. Again, option to walk your hands towards the ankle so you can pull into a deeper stretch. Good. And then crossing this ankle over your other knee. So you can stay here or switch and hold your left thigh. Draw the legs in. Good. A little bit of tension, maybe stretching out around that right thigh, that right glute now. Perfect, nice. Okay, so we're going to undo the legs Placing one hand on top of each knee again, taking some big circles around the legs. Good. And coming to our last little tiny bit of relaxation here. So slide the legs away. And then to help your legs relax now, like we did right at the beginning, bring your awareness to your glutes. And as you breathe in, squeeze the glutes tightly. As you breathe out, let them go, relax them. As you inhale, next time, squeeze your kneecaps up, tense your thighs. As you exhale, let them go. This time, as you inhale, tense your calves as tight as you can. Good, breathe out, let them go. And finally, next breath in, scrunch your toes up as tight as you can. And then breathe out, let them go. Good. So now just kind of take the feet from side to side, a little bit like windscreen wipers, circling around through the ankles as well now. Good, hugging both knees into the chest, and then very gently rolling over to one side. And bring yourself on up to sit when you're ready. Good, well done.